Cycle 7, or what most people call July, is upon us, so it's time to set up in our journals. Before we get too much into the setup, let's have a little look at the supplies that I am using. So first up, I have my lavender page journal from Archer and Olive. I have decided to set dark Q3 and July in this, even though there is probably only enough space for July and maybe August, and I will get into why a little bit later in the video, but let's look at the rest of our supplies first. I do also have this series of stickers that are purple and blue flowers. I believe I bought them on Amazon, but I'm not 100% sure, but I'm sure you can find something very similar if you like them. I will try and link them down below, but I can't promise. The other things I have is I have these Zebra Click Art pens, which is their new clickable felt tip pens. I have them in purple and blue. And finally, I do have some scrapbook paper / I don't know, it came in a set again from Amazon of these sort of rainbow designs and these 2 watercolory papers that I'm going to write my titles on. I have actually also cut out some white paper with 1.5 cm space to write on those papers, and that is basically so that I can make sure that my letters are roughly the same size because these papers are plain. So before we get too far into the setup, I'm also just going to have a little flick through the last month in my journal. As you will see, I only had 1 monthly page last month, and then I just had my weeklies, and there were 5 weeklies, even though I do cyclical planning, because it was reset week was included in those. So yeah, I just did the weeklies. It taught me a few things about how I like to and don't like to use my planner. I do not enjoy how much wasted space there is when I set up them in advance like that. I also didn't enjoy that I didn't have somewhere to put my weekly happenings, and then if I didn't get in on a Sunday to put in my weekly happenings, I found it really difficult to remember things, and I did actually get myself confused and miss a few things because I wasn't using my journal as I know I need it. So that is why we are coming back in, and what we are currently setting up now is my version of a monthly spread, and this is essentially each week split into the days as a vertical column, and then I just put the appointments and happenings of each day on there. I will pop the dates in the corner, but I won't do that. I don't think I do that now. So I'm just popping them in the other colour. So I use the purple for the lines, and I'm just going in with the blue with the date number of the days. And this is just, usually I just fill, well, I do later in this video, I do fill this out, and that is how I start off my, journal, and I don't generally come back and update this other than at the beginning of the week, but it is just an update, whereas last month I had to do the whole everything, so it was too much. The other thing that I am trying out this quarter/cycle is this page here, which is actually sort of a bring back. I've had it in my journal before, but this is an action steps spread, and essentially again we have a box for each week of the month, or cycle, because I do cyclical planning, which means every month of mine is a 4-week block, and every quarter at the end of that 4-week block, the third 4-week block, there is a reset week. So here you can see this white bit of paper that I am using to try and keep my lettering the same size, and it's 1.7 centimeters, so 17 millimeters, and it's just a little bit bigger than I'd like the letters, so I put the letters going as close to the top and bottom as I can, and it just helps me keep my letters the same size. But anyway, so yeah, a cycle is 4-week block, and there are 3 4-week blocks, and then a reset week, which is at the end of each quarter. So I have my 4 boxes for each of my action steps, and these are my action steps for my goals. So I have taken my goals and I've split them into action steps, and then I've taken each of those action steps and put them onto a week that I would like to try and complete them. As you'll see later in the video, I'm then going to take these action steps per week and put them into a weekly schedule, which is one of the 2 pages we are setting up now. So we're actually going to set up 2 pages that are basically the same. The one on the left is going to be my routine tracker. Well, not routine tracker, my routine. So this is just the happenings I want to do on certain days of the week. There are actually a couple of things I want to add to this. So on the Monday, I want to add in having an accountability meeting, which is essentially part of the goal system that I'm using this quarter, which I'll go into a little bit later in the video whilst I finish off setting up spreads. And I also want to add in having a little weekly review on a Sunday, which isn't in there either. So it's things like our gusto box arrives on a Sunday, so I have to organise that and clean out the fridge a little bit. On Tuesday and a Saturday, we like to bath baler, just to keep us in some sort of routine so we know what's going on. We like to change the litter tray on a Tuesday and a Saturday as well. Stuff like that. My husband goes for a run on Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. Yeah, it's just routine things that happen every single week that don't really move. So I've created 7 boxes on each of these pages and left space for the title and a bit of decoration in that top left and top right corners. So on the left page, it's going to say routine, and it's just going to be those things that, I do want to do. And on the right, it is going to be my first week. So either week 14 or week 1, depending how you want to number your weeks. I can't remember which I go with, to be honest. So then each of these boxes will either have the routine items or will have those goal actions split into each day of the week. So I'm hoping this system works a little bit better for me and I can keep to my goals a little bit better, but we will see what happens. As you can see, I've gone very minimal in my setup. I don't have any trackers or anything like that. I have decided to do my trackers for quarter 3 as a quarterly tracking, which is exciting. I'm going to see how it goes. I'm only day 2 of the quarter when I'm recording this voiceover, so even though you're not seeing it just yet, I've only done 2 days, so I don't know how it's going to be working, but it worked for yesterday, so that's something. So I don't really have very many pages to set up. I don't have any project pages or anything like that because I don't need to plan out any of my projects. They're all planned out already as part of my goal setting system. So I am doing a slightly bizarre combination of 12-week year and epic goals, which is Jashi Corinne's old goal course. She is going to do a new YouTube-based goal course, but epic goals is now closed, and 12-week year is a book. So yeah, that's kind of the 2 things that I'm combining. And part of that is having a weekly plan and trying to make sure that you achieve 80% of it at least every week. I think it might be 85 actually. The weekly accountability meeting I mentioned earlier is part of that. Ideally, you do this with other people or in in-person meeting, but my plan is just to either talk about it during our co-working Patreon calls on a Monday, or alternatively, send my friend a text, Sophie from Iron Maid, a text about it. I had forgotten that I actually also just start to set up my first daily, so I just put the Monday header and I put the line across the top that will be the top of the box. I haven't drawn any lines going downwards or anything like that, and I am just going to do a little bit of decoration on this page as well. So I'm going to put 3 stickers down in this bottom left corner, and then I'm going to do the same on the top right corner. I'm going to put 3 little flower stickers as well, and then I'm actually going to go through and migrate into these pages, so write everything in that I have to write. As you can see, a lot of this setup was very, very quick. I didn't overcomplicate it. I kept to the decoration nice and simple. My quarter setup was actually pretty simple, but the way I used the decoration did take quite a lot of time. So I was glad that this one was a lot quicker. I have sped this up to sort of my normal times. So my writing in is at 10 times speed, but everything else is at 5 times speed, or the beginning bits and end bit is at 1.5 speed. So nothing particularly quick or particularly slow. But point I was trying to make is that I have taken all of the goal actions that I have worked out so far and I have scheduled them to be in a certain week. So if I keep up with that, I will actually hit all of my goals by the end of the quarter. Whether or not this happens is yet to be seen, and this method might not work for everybody, though it might as well. I don't know. I'm testing out 12-week year and I'm trying to be sort of properly in it, do all the bits and pieces that they say that you should do, and see how I get on. I know my current goal systems haven't been 100% or working for me, and I think not having weekly actions planned out was one of those things that I was missing. So I'm hoping having it planned out and then also having a weekly plan, so I've got a schedule of when what happens, I think it will be good for me, but we'll see. Because if I have a day where I fail to do stuff, then but I do have a leisure block built in, a 4-hour leisure block built in every week. That is actually something I wanted to implement, but it's also the 12-week year suggests you have a 3-hour one as well. So yeah, it's an interesting one. We'll see how I go, and maybe at the end of the year, one of my videos, I will do a bit of a chat about how I found the system. I am using a Ultra Olive notepad to bulk up that right hand side because it doesn't lay flat particularly well anymore because of how bulked up the rest of the planner is, journal, DIY planner, journal, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, as you'll see, the first 2 weeks seem a bit more loaded. That is partly because I have quite a few little tasks on them, but also because there is a bit more filming and editing to do this week than there will be in the future, because once I've got back up to date after the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be going down to just 2 videos a week, which is my norm. I know I've been doing 3 videos a week for the last quarter, but usually I do 2 videos a week, and I do want to get back to that because at the moment YouTube is kind of taking over my life more than I would like it to, and I want to create some space there. Honestly, I've been brainstorming for the whole business, and I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing for it. That is one of my goals for the quarter, is looking at my business. But yeah, we'll see where I get to and how I feel about it as the quarter goes on. But as you can see, I am just firstly writing in my events in this weekly sort of dashboard. I've written in my events first, and now I am flicking between my action steps and the page to work out which action steps are going to get done on which days. And yeah, it worked really well yesterday. I got everything but one task done, and the task I didn't get done was because an app wasn't working properly. I've actually already done that this morning, and then I am plodding on pretty well with my list so far this morning. Not as well as I'd like maybe, but we'll get there, and it's only sort of midday. Anyway, that's all I've got for the video. Here is a flip through of the completed spreads, including all of the writing I've done. On the screen in a second, YouTube will be recommending all of my plan with me's in my DIY planner, as well as a video it thinks you'll enjoy. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!